Hey there, folks. Foggy here. Welcome to day 190 of my year of solo board gaming. Considered by many to be ill-advised and stupid, we are playing a game called Pigment, a game for 1 to 3 people. It takes about 15-20 minutes. Should be a nice short game. And I think it actually doesn't even take that long for the solo, as you'll see. We are basically trying to make paintings. And the 3 paintings that we can make are any of these up here. To make a painting, you need to have the pigments shown at the top. So, for example, I need 3 reds, 2 reds, 2 yellow, or 2 blues and 1 yellow. Now, my rival has a little apprentice that'll be going from painting to painting to basically get to see if they can finish off a painting, and if they can, they will go ahead and win the game once they get 5. If they do 5 before me, it's a race to each get 5 each. That is about as confusing as I can make it. Sorry, they are attempting to complete paintings. I'm attempting to complete paintings. I have a little marketplace that I can use, and I have 2 apprentices that I can send out to go get things. And as you can see at the start, there's not much to choose from, and this will basically be disappearing as we go along. So we'll draw new cards and get rid of the ones on the left. It's a fairly basic game. I don't think there's really anything too much more to mention about this. I just want to make sure I do this all in the right order. All right. So the first thing that we do is we pull out three cubes for my rival. And we're going to pull out 3 cubes. And they're going to get 2 blues and a red. And that means that they cannot complete the current painting that they are currently on. You'll notice that they need 4 reds and they've only got 1. All right. Now we are going to go out and pick 2 paintings, 2 places to try to get pixels from. Pigments from, and I'm obviously going to do this red and yellow, and I think I'm going to do a blue as well. Looking sort of ahead, it'd be nice to try to complete this one relatively quickly, but I feel like I want to get these. So we're going to actually look in the bag and we're going to pull out what we need. The weird part of this game is the way that the drawing works. All right, and then we reclaim our apprentices. And then we move, we update the bazaar. So that means that this is going away. These are going to move over here. This is going to come out. And now we have 2 actions that we can go with. We can either gain 1 red, or we can spend 1 red to gain 2 yellow. Now they are going to move here. And this is now the painting they will try to do on the next round. Essentially, they're going to be moving through these 3 cards as throughout the game, and drawing 3 cubes each time. So this time around, they draw 2 more red, or 2 more blue, and 1 more red. So right now, they still cannot complete a painting, which is actually for our benefit. I think what I want to do is I want to get this blue, and then I think I want to try to complete this painting. I think that might not be a bad way to go. And I think I can do that. I think you can gain and then finish off a painting in the same round. But the rules were not entirely clear on that, so I could be completely wrong. Just going to give this one more quick look through, just to make sure. Yeah, because the way that it's supposed to work in the game is that you do your apprentices 1 at a time. So, for example, like before I set up my second apprentice, I would do my first apprentice, I would gain a blue. It's going to be a lot of this searching through the bag. And now I have 2 blues and a yellow, so I can go off here to complete this one and trade these in. So I'll throw these back in the bag. I'll collect this painting. I've now completed my first painting. When you are doing painting, I'm going to set these up over here for myself. There is usually an effect of some form, and we'll flip this over so it's a little bit more clear. There's our lovely first painting. When an opponent gains any color or more than 2 of any color or more with 1 thing, you may gain yellow. And I don't think that really applies in this case, so unfortunately that's really not going to make a difference. We're going to pull this off. We're going to replace the painting. And then we're going to update the bazaar. So the place on the left goes away. We're going to get a new bazaar over here on the right. And nothing really that great, unfortunately. And now we start a new round. So this time, goes over there. It's going to draw 3 pigments, draws 2 red and 1 yellow, and is able to actually complete a painting. So we're going to pull this painting off. We're going to put it over here, and we're going to take these 4 and put it back in the bag and draw a new painting. All right. Now this is not a sort of this is not a rebound effect. They're not going to keep completing paintings every time a new one comes out. They're just going to do the first one, and then on the next one they move. They also don't get the benefit down here of whatever is on the painting. So they've got their pixels, and you'll notice that they are going to do this one next. Like they're definitely going to be able to complete that one. And there's really not much we can do. We've only got 1 pigment right now. We got 1 red, and this did not give me any sort of benefit as far as I can tell. Might be a nice thing to cover in a FAQ or something like that, or FAQ as they like to say. I think at this time around I'm going to go ahead. I have to assume that I want to try to get this red, red, yellow, yellow, and that's pretty much all I'll do. So we're going to get 1 and 1. Now theoretically I could have gone here, spent the red to get the 2 yellow, but then I could not have also then gotten the red in return. So that really wouldn't have helped me that much. I could have spent a yellow to get 2 reds. I don't think that really would have helped. In both cases, basically, I'm really going up 1 pigment, so I'd still end up with 3 pigments total. All right, so we're going to come off there. We're going to update the bazaar. Move this along. All right, still nothing really great, and we're going to draw from here. We're going to draw 3 more pigments, and as you can see, no matter what, they're definitely going to be able to do this one. It's 3 blues, 1 yellow. Those go in there, and they get a new painting. Grr. They're up to 2. And now I am going to go ahead and get this yellow that's here. And then, first of all, I get the yellow. I think one thing that I've found with this game is that there's really not much in terms of strategy. I don't think this is a game that's going to be something I return to on a frequent basis. I get 1 yellow, and now I'm going to go here and complete this painting. Now I can use this actually to get a red and a yellow, which is nice. So we're going to move this off here. And that goes there. And all of these are going to go back in here. And we're going to repeat this process. Now, we're going to take the 4 starting ones. These don't get shuffled back in at any point. So we're going to take the 4 that were part of the starting bazaar, put them aside. That way, in case we need to shuffle, we can. All right, we've got actually multiple ways we can get multiple reds and yellows, which is good. But first, move them there and draw 3 more. This time it's all red. So at least they're not getting that. But if they get 1 more yellow on this next one, they'll get that painting, which is not good. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and take full advantage of the 2 that allow us to get reds and yellows. You only have the top effect active at any time. So whatever was on below is no longer in effect. So we take these 2 off. This goes here. Now we're going to keep that in a separate spot from our starting 4 cards so that if we need to shuffle at any point, we can. This is interesting. This is spend 1 blue, get a whole bunch of stuff, which is nice. They're going to move here. Draw 3 more cards, or 3 more pigments, I should say. It's going to be a bunch of blues and another red. So they're definitely going to pick up some of these paintings in the near future here, which is not good. I kind of want a way to get... I need to get some blues and yellows. Unfortunately, I don't really have a way to do that. They're definitely going to complete this painting on the next go-around, which is frustrating because I could try to complete it, but I won't be able to. So I think what I want to do is I want to try to complete this, and for that I'm going to need 1 more yellow and 1 more, and at least 1 blue. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to do the gain blue. Come on. There we go. And I'm going to gain a yellow and a red. bag is probably like I'm not sure how sturdy this bag is that they give you, but this bag is definitely going to get some damage over time. All right, so let's remove our people. They're going to come back. We're going to get rid of the left-handmost space and slide this all along. We've got a spot where we can earn 2 yellows, which is nice. They're going to move here. We're going to first draw 3 pigments out of the bag. 1 more yellow, 2 more reds, and then they're going to use 3 reds, 1 blue, and they're going to get another painting. So they're up to 3 paintings. We're definitely starting to get in a little trouble right now. So what we can do is we can either go for this one, which they definitely are able to paint, but they also are definitely able to paint that one. We could go for this one and still try for this one a little bit later. We need 2 blues to be able to do that, but this one would allow us to do something for less. Basically, we'd only need 2 yellow and 1 blue. I think no matter what, we need something that gets us blues. We'll go ahead and go here for our first one. We'll get the blues. And then we'll go ahead and we'll do the painting for this one. So that's going to be 2, 1, and 1. And then we get this. So we're up to 3. Our opponent's up to 3. And we have something that has a lot of yellows on it. Bring our folks back. And slide everything down. All right. And he's going to go here. We're going to draw 3 more. I'm hoping that he doesn't get a blue. He got a blue, which is a bummer. That means gets this painting. Put this along. There's only 11 paintings I think that you actually have for this. There's some that require that you only do in 3-player games. So currently he's at 4, and I'm only at 3. So you can see where this is starting to become a problem. However, subjects now require 1 red or 1 yellow less for me to paint. So I'm going to go ahead and start with gaining the yellows here. I don't know if I should be tactical about this. I think I should. I think I should try to be tactical about this. I'm going to actually gain a blue. And I'm going to go ahead and get this one because I don't need that extra yellow there for painting purposes. And so what I get now for the superpower is when an opponent gains any yellow, you may spend yellow to gain blue once. So now I'm at 4. And this puts this here. Unless he draws 3 blues on the next round, I do not have to worry about that. But that was both my moves. So I'd come back here. We're going to move there. And we're going to flip this over. So now we're at the point where we would basically have to shuffle to get new spots. But I think no matter what, this is going to end pretty quickly. So we're drawing 3 out, and it's not looking good. Almost managed to get it, but the problem is that they will definitely get this on the next turn. And the only thing I can do is really... they got yellow, but I didn't get any yellow to spend. I don't have a blue to spend to get all of these, which would be nice. So I don't think there's anything I can really do. I can go ahead and do... I can't do these on the same thing, which would give me 2 yellows. Yeah, I'm kind of screwed. I don't think there's anything else I can do. So no matter what, I'm going to lose this on the next turn, which is a bummer. Because I can send my 2 apprentices out to get blues, but I can't really get that painting because on the next turn he's going to go here. And no matter what, he'll have enough to spend. I don't know if I get a turn on the last... Like, if they succeed... Yeah, if they get to 5 paintings first... What's weird is there's a mention of a tie, and I'm not sure how you actually get a tie. Like, I think you have to go through the entire round, maybe? It's not entirely clear. Because all this says is just basically the first to 5 paintings win, and there's really no way for you to both get to 5 paintings at the same time. So I'm going to assume that means that you can actually get, you actually have to complete the round. So I guess what we'll do is we'll do this yellow and yellow. Get 3 yellows out of this. I know you're like, what is he doing? What is he doing? It's madness. Okay. Then bring these folks back. We lose that. This comes over. We're going to do a quick shuffle of the Bazaar deck. Not that it matters that much. And then they're going to come here. They're going to get 3 reds. Oof. And then they're going to get to claim this. And there's no painting to replace it, so they're just sort of going to sit there. We now complete our round. We're going to go ahead and get 2 more yellows. Again, the instructions are not entirely clear on this. I would love it if it said complete the round, so that I would know that I'm actually doing the right thing. I'm going to get this painting, exchange for 4 of these. And that's it. So we both got it on the same round. In the case of the tie, if the rival has enough pigments to paint the last painting, and unfortunately they don't. They have a lot of reds and yellows, but neither do I. So I can't do the last painting there. So it's a tie, unless you're not supposed to complete the round, in which case the rival won. So that's it. That's pretty much the game. I will say I picked this up not expecting much and didn't get much. There's nothing really to this game. I feel like. I think that's the concern I have with it, is that I didn't feel at any point like, was I really making the right move or wrong move, or was it just more luck than anything else? And I think that's what it comes down to. Is it's a nice quick game. I think we're at 17 minutes for the video, and some of that was just me like yapping, which is, I like to do. I like to yap. We're gonna pull all these back. I'm not sure how this game plays as a multiplayer game. I'm not sure I want to find out. Yeah, it's just a game. I don't regret getting it. It was a relatively cheap game to get. But I will say it does not feel like this is the sort of game that I'm going to be overly fond of and make sure I come back on a frequent basis. I might introduce this to my wife. This might make a good sort of like game that you play 2-player and just casual. And you don't really worry about strategy. You just each get, you're each just going to get your luck. But that's it for Pigment, and thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again tomorrow.